Welcome to the Electrical and Electronic Engineering Lecture Series. Your anchor person is Professor Michael Sindinechi. Our topic today is still on types and structure of general purpose computers, Part 5. Please follow me in this lecture series by subscribing to my YouTube channel at https://@ndinechi Like, share, and drop your comments in the comment section or reach out to me using my email addresses. You can listen to my introductory lecture on computers in Module 006. You can also listen to this module, Module 014, Part 1, Part 2, and Part 3 by going to my YouTube channel. Recall, in Part 4, we started looking at the types of software. We looked at high-level languages, utility software. Today, we are continuing. Our starting point today will be the applications software. These are programs written by experienced programmers that enable the user to quickly get some work done. Use of application software requires little or no programming skills, but we generally assist a user to develop an application with minimal effort. There are those software that perform things like accounting, word processing, desktop publishing jobs, and other things, drawings. By changing the application software, you can change the task which your computer performs. And that is why your computer is known as a general purpose computer. But at this point, can you name 5 application software you know in the comment section? Because I know you have made many of them, but may not be able to classify them as applications software. This application software can be categorized into 3. Some as application development software, some as application tools, and the other as operating system software. So let's look at applications development software. We say that application development software includes any program used to develop application programs. In the past, this was a relatively small class of software that included programs such as assemblers, compilers, and text editors. But because of advances in computer hardware, software, and the practice of application development, a much wider range of programs now fills this class. So we ask again, can you name some applications development software you know? Please drop such in the comment section. But while you do that, we want you to think of those used in developing your mobile apps in your phone, in your mobile devices. We continue. Application development software can be further classified into the following categories: program translators, program development tools, system development tools, data manipulation tools, and input-output or I/O tools. Program translators, as we can see, different types of program translators exist, as assemblers and compilers, which are treated in Module 014 Part 4, or as interpreters. Here, interpreters are those high-level language programs that execute the instructions as they are entered on the keyboard. Assemblers and compilers translate programming language, that is the high-level language statements, into instructions, that is zeros and ones, that can be executed by the operating system and or the hardware. Interpreters differ from compilers or assemblers primarily in how and when the program statements are translated. Assemblers and compilers both translate an entire program into an executable code that can be loaded into the memory and run as a unit, whereas an interpreter translates one program statement at a time and executes it immediately before translating the next statement. What do we mean by one program statement at a time? If you are issuing instruction using your keyboard, immediately you enter or you hit the enter key, the program statement terminates. So when you do that using an interpreter, it must translate that one sentence up to the point you hit the enter key before going to another one. That is the difference between interpreters and compilers or assemblers. So it is, in essence, a program designed to execute other programs one statement at a time. The next set is the program development tools. These include a wide range of programs to aid programmers in developing the application programs. They include text editors, program verifiers, and debuggers. Text editors are basic tools that allow a programmer to create files containing assembly or high-level language programs. Program verifiers, otherwise known as code checker, are programmers' aids that help evaluate program correctness and quality. They read an application program, otherwise known as the source code, as input and check for such items as syntax errors, logic errors, and other actual or potential errors. Similar functions are often embedded within compilers and interpreters, especially those for the more recent high-level languages. Debuggers are also tools for verifying program correctness. They differ from program verifiers in that they are used after a program has been compiled rather than before. That is, they verify executable codes instead of source codes. Generally, debuggers allow a programmer to simulate the execution of a compiled program and to check for errors or problems during the simulated execution. They allow programmers to examine the contents of variables, resort the program into various places, etc. System development tools, on the other hand, are designed to support the earlier phases of system development lifecycle, known as SDLCs, and the development of groups of application programs comprising of an entire information system. System development tools are often called CASE, that is, computer-assisted software engineering. We also have the data manipulation tools. I would say that these are designed to extend the basic capabilities of programming languages and operating systems to manipulate data stored in secondary storage devices. In our previous lectures, we have tried to establish those storage devices that are called the secondary and the storage devices that are called the primary storage devices. So there are many commonly called, or the data manipulation tools are commonly called database management system. The need for these tools was developed in response to ever large and more complex information systems which require complex methods of storing, retrieving, defining, and redefining data, as well as methods of sharing data among competing programs and users. I'd like you at this juncture to list some database management system packages you know or you have come across in the comments section. As we said, with time, people with more comments in the comment section will be rewarded one way or the other. So the last one there is the input, output, otherwise known as the I/O tools. These are similar to data manipulation tools in that they extend the basic capabilities of operating systems and programming languages. Complex input-output devices have become commonplace in application programs today. Examples include the use of full-screen menus, windows, and high-resolution graphics user interfaces, known as the GUIs. These tools can be considered as system software because they provide I/O support for application programs and an interface to I/O hardware. Please subscribe to this channel, Engineering Lecture Series, so that you can get part 6 of this lecture and probably part 7 as they drop. Thank you for listening.